Yes. Oh, he didn't come to the meeting. He wants to schedule sometime within the next month to talk about it.
Okay, so we're not gonna talk about it tonight, or tonight we have to vote for the commitment anyway.
You need to sign it.
Yeah.
We don't need a motion.
I guess that's a reason.
I'm doing the best I could. How you doing? I'm just telling you, guys, my daughter in Connecticut had a process.
Yep, 7:30.
All the plans.
It's a night of a meeting, so it's a Tuesday, next Tuesday.
35 years. And I've never seen them get across before I had.
Yeah, it's here.
Kind of like it was
Right here. It takes more meetings. Right, that's what she needs. Community action stuff.
Offers here, I just pick it up.
I have a Don't wait for me.
Yeah. Don't wait for you.
Anything else I need?
Anything else? I don't think so. Is the candy in here?
I go off course, even the parents are in course. You know, they're wide line. I did that in SWAT. And one big sauce out of it. Anyway.
So I'm gonna go to the AvCog thing on November 6th. If anyone else wants to go, it's their annual meeting. AvCog, yeah. I know you're the representative, but you don't have to go if you don't want to. I am gonna go. AvCog's doing their annual planning meeting. I think that's on Wednesday.
He likes to stir things up like I do. She's good.
Annual planning, Wednesday, November 6th. Great. Yeah. 8:30 to 9 is in registration, 9 is the planning day, welcome, and emergency management's one of the topics, water level code, risk map. Yeah. At 12:30 is lunch, and then they're gonna go into the housing summit. Comprehensive plan, portal, mapping service presentation, and housing opportunity programs. Grants, AvCog housing.
What are you doing, Candy?
Yeah.
I know. Oh, we really wanted gum though, right? Nobody brought any, just kidding. You talking about this? So there's one session in the morning till 12:30, 9 to 12:30. Then there's lunch, right? Is all about and grants and stuff, and I just don't think we're gonna be doing any major housing here.
Yeah, no, I don't see it.
Nice, huh?
No, I work one day a week still.
So are you gonna share information regarding
Director of the Plasma Center, Louis.
the new tax commitments, how much more it's gonna be and all that jazz? Great.
Still,
I'd like to call this meeting to order. Really appreciate everyone who came tonight. And let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just a quick reminder before we go into tax commitments that we are all going to be respectful. We're all each other's neighbors. We care about each other, and I expect everyone to be in good behavior mode. All right. So on the agenda is tax commitment is next for 24-25. Leanne spent the day with our assessment group, and tell us about that.
Yeah, everything went well. We chose a mill rate of 19.25 down from 19.4 due to the budget cuts.
19.25.
Yeah. The homestead exemptions, of course,
Keeps going
are
down.
lower because the state says our values are here. We have them way down here. So our exemptions are affected unless we have a reval to bring our values to the state.
What the state would like us to reevaluate, yeah.
So, someone asked me if there's a penalty if we don't have a reval. There's a way around it, as long as they know we have a plan to have a reval in the future, a contract, or, and plus every town in Maine needs a reval right now, or looks like they need one because of the sales prices. So he wants to meet with you whenever you want. He said the 29th of this month, or it can be next month.
Okay, I can't.
Just talk about reval.
Yeah.
A workshop or.
Can we do it during a night that we're already doing a meeting, or?
Yeah.
Is it just with us, or is it with everyone?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah,
That's what I'm asking.
it would have to be public.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. And how long should it last? Have we done this before
Okay, this been.
with the assessor and brought everyone in?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's gonna have his brother figure a cost, what it would cost for reval, and how much we have saved up so far, and then talk about when we should have one.
Yeah.
If
We planned on eight years, right? Which is what, 2 more
Right,
years?
but right now, we're not in compliance. So if the state of Maine sends us a letter saying you're not in compliance, you need to reevaluate your value of your properties, all we have to tell them, because everybody's in the same boat right now, is that we have a plan.
So I don't understand why, before I got here, we set up an evaluation date for 8 years out. Why are we not in compliance? Why would we set a date for 8 years?
Because the sales prices. Houses. The value's way up.
Especially the waterfront.
There's like a place where it's supposed, I don't know all the details, that's why he wants to meet with you, but there's, we're supposed.
Because housing prices, and there's a shortage, housing prices in many cases have doubled. And we've not done a reeval because we planned on 8 years. And 8 years isn't 2 more years, 10 years.
Things change.
Oh, I understand.
Sales prices have been so high, it brought everybody off.
So it has to do with not so much we set a re-eval for 10 years out, 10 or however many years ago that was. It has to do with, because housing prices have quadrupled and the state
It's
wants,
where we are with the actual,
It's the market price.
right, so the state wants their portion, a higher portion.
but
Got
he
it.
says every town in Maine is in the same boat. We can't all have revals right now.
Right.
So they're gonna give leeway to.
Well, and the population of our state can't afford a huge, giant re-eval. I can't
He
imagine
said
that
there's
people
a
are gonna
way
go if they
around,
can't
we
afford it.
could go around and put like 10% increase on every property in Hartford. But he said, does not want to do that, because it doesn't always work out well. He'd rather do a full reval and value what's actually there, but
What's the minimum you can put on, you think, you had to do that?
I don't know. Mike will meet with you.
O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
He's the expert on it. But as long as you're okay with the 19.25, I need 2 copies. There's several places to sign.
Will that still cover our expenses, the 19.25? Easily, right?
Did you say it was last year?
19.4. But some tax bills, you might not see it because the homestead exemptions and veterans exemptions changed. They're less.
That's good for the people.
And for people that bought houses, their appraisal's up because they're paying at least what they paid for the house, right?
No.
Usually when someone buys a house and they pay $800,000 for it, they're paying taxes on a house that's $800,000, no?
The state sees that, but we don't make those changes. We make changes if someone does improvements to their home, got a building permit. We don't look at the sale prices, but the state does. That's why it's such a big
Right.
difference in the values.
I just assumed that when someone bought a house that what they purchased it for is the new rate.
Not in the town, no. We don't go in and change them all.
I didn't mean all, I just meant the new ones, the ones that,
When they do the reval, they will.
right?
The old houses are gonna be lower than the newer houses.
Right?
But next year, we can't cut our budget another $100,000. Taxes are gonna go up eventually. School's gonna keep going up. County's gonna
School
keep
wants to build a new school, that doesn't mean we're not gonna be,
You want to add on the Buckfield?
I heard. We still need to be fiscally responsible to our,
You can't-
Residents.
you can't freeze it every
and not
year.
price everybody out of their town. Yes, Peggy?
So if the assessment goes up by the state, does that mean what we owe for like county or something else is gonna be affected? Or, I mean, I see the assessment going up as the rate's going down because we'll have a higher valuation for the same amount of money that you need to fund during.
Right, it evens out, the mill rate will lower, the values will raise.
But do they go by the state assessment for like, say, the county assessment or anything else, or the schools? That's what I was just wondering.
The state does it because the higher valuation is, the less money they have to give you of theirs. So they can
Right, okay, so that,
below us, theirs goes down, now ours goes up.
right, so even if we don't reevaluate, then the state's assessment is already affecting us. That's what we're saying, okay, I just wanted to clarify that.
Mike did say they could cut some of our revenue if they wanted to be CERN, like tree growth reimbursement. If we just did nothing and didn't answer their letter and have a plan.
I know.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
Leanne, the comment was made earlier that we had a plan to have it done in 2 or 3 years, whatever that was. Does it sound like the state wants it done sooner than that, or if we have a plan, it might go longer?
We haven't heard from the state yet,
Okay.
but Mike said they'll send a letter if they want us to act on our value, our revow. They'll warn us and then we'll respond,
If we have a plan,
right?
but we don't know what that is yet.
Well, we would have to pick a date with our assessors to either just go across the board and raise it, right, a certain percentage, or do an actual revow.
But we haven't really saved enough money yet to do the whole rebound, right?
We have some money set aside, which is good. Peru, where they hadn't saved anything, hadn't revaled in decades. And I don't know what the new reval is, but it's not gonna be pretty.
Well, we were planning on having the rebound and having enough money in a couple of years. That was the plan, right?
We have I think that was the original plan, yeah.
So that's definitely part of the plan, that we're saving money to do the rebound.
Yep, so we need that information, we need that estimate, and
And how much money we have for the years.
Do they base their tax fees on our value or their time? Their time. Okay.
I just did some there this year.
Yep, they did.
Do you know what Sumner, what their fee was? No. Okay.
Even though they didn't.
So when did you say you wanted to come, or
What's that?
when did you say you want Mike to come?
I was thinking next month.
Okay, so when you pick a new date for the
Right.
first meeting?
Yep.
Okay. And anyone who had a stabilization exemption last year, of course, that's gone. So your tax bill will be a little bit more without that.
So that was gone.
One year. There we go. Great. All right, we need to approve the minutes for October 1st and October 8th. I would like to make a motion that we accept the minutes for October 1st and 8th. I don't have a chance to read them.
Yep. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Try the right ones.
I don't know what AFCOG was thinking when they did their planning meeting the day after Election Day.
Nothing should be done that whole week.
Like it's gonna be, because all those communities that would be coming.
We've had 104 or so absentees so far, kind of in a week. Well, no, it's been 10 days.
How many you got in already?
Over 100.
Wow, awesome. Okay, next we need to approve warrant 8 and payroll warrants for October 2nd and October 9th. I've already, so I do want to look at that, so. That's the other minutes. Those are gonna go on, pass those back. Everyone signed them, I think. Did you look at these today? Did you sign?
There was one who actually signed, did you finish it?
Well, she said there's one you partially signed.
Oh.
Kath, you must get sidetracked.
It's probably when I made you move out of your chair.
Or the office was busy today, huh?
Didn't like it,
Yep.
yeah.
Wasn't that busy, but just might be. Did you notice the sign, Lori?
Where is it?
Straight ahead.
Oh, I see. Lorraine Parsons put up things on the wall over there since last week. Bless you.
Used to be a coin shop on 40.
Did you check all these, Kathy? Yep. Right. Thanks. Tootsie rolling. Look at all the ones in front of Kathy. All right, I'd like to approve the warrant 8 and payroll warrants for October 2nd and October 9th.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. RSU 10 report. Did anyone attend the, I know several people attended the meeting that was at Buckfield? No? Road Commissioner report, do we have that?
He has been, I guess, he's done with his coal patching. And they're still mowing the sides of the road with, one. And I think now he wants to,
He said he did, we paid for warrants, checks to, he put in, work in Davenport, and was that the side work he was talking about with the skid steer?
no, that's just mowing. 1 foot mowing, he's still mowing on
Right,
the sides of the road.
but it's McNeil Farms that he's paying, I didn't see anything in there for Hood.
He was still mowing this morning, mowing right out here.
Right, no, but I meant in Bim's invoices, he put down that he's been doing work on Davenport, Darrington, and so I just assumed
Yes, that's tap patching.
that was the,
Now he wants to go and put the gravel on the side of the road and Stetson Road.
I didn't know that he
Washing
needed,
out.
oh, I didn't know that there was a washout on Stetson.
Keep the tap breaking on the edges.
So I thought he was, gonna take the skid steer and work on the paved roads that he paved. And he said he was gonna take the skid steer and knock the
Right,
sides
that's what he
down.
wants to do, yep. Grader won't be available until November.
Yep, no, we got that last week.
Yep.
We booked it, right, Leanne?
I-
Booked the grader? Did you book the
I
grader?
Bim does,
Bim did? Is it under the town or under McNeil Farms?
town, I think. Have to check with him, make sure.
Okay.
which is School Road.
It's a recent complaint. We received a road complaint about a washed out area, and BIM's already been notified. All right, road committee report, you guys meet this week?
Yeah, we're gonna meet, the 17th at 6 o'clock. And I have one concern about, so some of the other people on the road committee. We have to make sure we got enough culverts for Pratt Hill.
Yeah.
So we don't wanna come short and then hold the guy up.
Yeah, I think that, he's already planning to go up and look at them this week, see what he's got and what they're gonna need, and we'll get them ordered.
Thank you.
We have ARPA funds for the culverts, so,
So the guy who's doing the job, you gonna look it over?
yes.
All right, thank you.
All right, constable report.
They're very quiet, no one's at the beach, the leaves are all falling, I didn't manage to cut the tree down.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you so much for keeping an eye on him cutting that tree down.
No one stole the sign, the Donald Trump sign, the last one I put up in there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. I was coming up the Mahoney Road, coming from Pratt
Well, they
Hill.
stole the sign already. It was there Saturday, and Sunday morning it was gone.
Well, I was coming up, going down Pratt Hill, coming up Mahoney Road, this side of, St. Pierre's, stop sign is in the woods.
Oh, was the road sign there too?
What?
Was the road sign there
Yeah.
too? Because they all, oh, good.
So I picked it up and I placed it on the edge of Mahoney Road and told them that I found it. So they're supposed to put it back on.
I wish we'd found the other three out there too. That would have been nice. Okay. CEO enforcement report. There's nothing, right? Okay. ACO report, we already had one last meeting, so. Planning board,
How come she doesn't help with that goat that's been loose for a month?
I didn't even know there was a goat loose for a month. Has somebody called her to tell her there's a goat loose?
I don't know, but
Do we know whose goat it is?
Up here,
no.
down here,
Someone, he gets,
Parsons' old place,
Wallace's old place.
Wallace's,
Do
really?
you know where the goat is? Or whose goat it is?
Oh,
Parsons' old place.
oh.
Hold on, Lee might have information.
Yeah, I know who it is.
Do you know whose goat it is?
Yeah, I do.
Can we have their name and we'll contact them and
Did they find it?
do you know if they got their goat back or?
I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, it's like Saki or something like that. Benjamin, I think it's Saki in S-A-H-I-N. I sent him a message about it, but no, I'm not friends with him on Facebook, so I don't know if he got it or not.
Natasha Cody.
And this is the old Carson place. And neighbors are starting, and been complaining for some time now, because it's causing some damage in their area. They get, people have used hay bales to shore up. Where it's, so they won't have erosion, and of course it's, poor things probably hungry, it's eating hay bales. But evidently it's kind of timid, not need to be caught.
Okay.
Looks like that.
Planning board, you guys met?
Yes, we turned down one application because we need more information, and we were wondering if there was going to be another meeting for the comprehensive plan.
Well, we were waiting from our last meeting, we were waiting for every committee to meet, and they're gonna make the assignment, so we'll know who, so that then we can reach out to all the committees, to the assigned person. We still have another one or two, I think that ordinance just met, and so,
But like budget doesn't meet for a while.
what's that?
Like budget doesn't meet until the spring, right?
Right, but we just notified them at our last meeting that we needed everyone to assign to someone. So we'll probably do an email out to all the committee members asking who that assigned person is, and we will notify the budget committee. Maybe they can pull a little group together and decide who's gonna do what.
Oh, we also had Bailey come to our meeting, talk about IT stuff to try to get the planning board stuff on the town website and a database for the permits. We were going to change from the one that had been started with Judy Hamilton, because hers was like a standalone, and there's now many more versions that are made to be on the internet. And we're working on that process, so that we don't have to take your IT budget. We're gonna get it done.
Fantastic. She's so smart. All right. Anything from the fire warden?
No.
Okay, treasurer's report.
Did you do ordinance?
You skip ordinance.
Oh, sorry, ordinance committee. I am so sorry. Hey, Daryl.
We did meet last week. Unfortunately, I had been away and I totally forgot about querying our committee about the comprehensive plan. So I will do an email query and get back to you on that. We
Excellent.
continue to work on the administrative ordinance part 2. And then just one other point, we brought up in our committee, a question was asked about whether or not the select board had actually considered the potential of a moratorium ordinance on solar panels. And I know we brought that up once before, but I don't know if you've just decided that's not something you want to have done. It's a moratorium until we get to that ordinance or not. So I just said I would raise that question again.
I believe a call was made to MMA and about asking if we could do a moratorium until the ordinance committee could look at that, and we were told, no, we couldn't. Because I think that's what we originally had thought we wanted to do until we got things settled, but, so. Okay, now treasurer's report. Yeah.
You have the bank reconciliation. I was gonna mention something else, but. Oh, did you pick up the liens?
I was on the road all day today, so tomorrow I'm in the office, so I'll be picking up tomorrow.
So I did place liens on 55. We met, probably, I don't know if we met since then or not.
55 people, liens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Having ever news.
How's our sweep account doing, our investments? Still doing well?
Yep, so as I send tax bills out, go back up to the regular balance, so.
Gotcha.
I think it was-
We're still getting our credit from CMP every month for our solar panels.
Yeah, good, we're banking energy.
When people register ATVs, snowmobiles, boats online, does that eventually come to our budget at all?
If they come in the office, we make $5 per snowmobile, $5 per ATV, $2 per boat. If they do it online, nothing.
Okay.
Is that an additional fee to what they have online? Is that why?
It's an agent fee.
Yeah, that's right.
And the state still pays $1 or something. Sure, the same.
Yeah, there's still a fee, it's like $1.50 out there, I
Oh,
think.
really?
Same.
I don't think they do that for motor vehicle. I don't think there's any agent fee if you do it.
I don't think you can do a motor vehicle online, can you? I thought you could during COVID, but I thought you had to
The
come
town
back.
of Hartford signed up while I was gone, so you can,
Oh. So you must have to like scan your insurance card and everything else on
I've
that.
never done it.
Me neither.
I just know they put money in our bank account. The state does everything.
Is there many outstanding checks? things haven't been cashed or
A second, can you just say?
his one says outstanding checks. That's what you just
No, I
wrote.
had a vouched.
Oh. Kathy, I'm just kidding. Not me. No, not me neither. I've written any checks. Okay.
Yeah, it's not too many.
It's her stuff. Yes. Have we got a plan for the property on Church Street?
Can't do anything until we change our ordinance again. Because the state changed the law that started August 9th, I think. So we have to change our warrant article. I was talking to Daryl, I said, should we put in the ordinance the tax acquired property, just, we'll deal with it as state law.
That way we don't have to keep changing.
Right.
Because we changed it for them and then they unchanged it.
So we can't do anything until our ordinance and our.
So we have to sit on that property until next town meeting.
Unless you have a special town meeting to change everything, but. I know.
Can you imagine all the other towns too that are sitting on acquired property and there that sits? Can't be any good for the property. All right, cemetery committee report. I know you guys have been busy. Is anyone here from the cemetery committee? Hey, Ken.
Nothing to the report.
You guys had a work session now.
We did a big growth,
Yeah.
which is an association.
Nice.
All right, has solid waste met yet? I think they're actually
Next
coming up.
week.
Hi. Hi,
Next
Kate.
week.
Great, thanks. All right, rec committee.
We have hunter safety tomorrow and Saturday, and the class is full. So,
Well, that's awesome.
we're looking into doing a hunter's breakfast, but because we have to have, I guess, all food donated, we're still trying to, if anyone wants to donate food or help with it, we're looking tentatively, we're not sure. November 1st, Friday night, prepared November 2nd to actually have it, if the hall's available.
At the crack of dawn.
Yeah, got that, and then we're still working on the Christmas. And our next meeting is November 4th.
Excellent.
When did you say for the breakfast?
It would be Friday night the 1st and early Saturday morning, we'd be done like 11, 12 Saturday.
What date? Date?
November
7th
1st,
of
right?
November.
Saturday, President's Day.
The Saturday before that is Junior Day. So I'm not sure about the hunter's breakfast, but if anyone wants to donate food or.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to donate pancake batter.
Not sure about it.
Do you want to approve it just in case?
Yeah.
Or,
I would like to make a motion that the rec committee be able to use the hall for prep on Friday the 1st and do a breakfast if they so choose, if it works out for them. Hunter's breakfast on in the morning of November 2nd.
1 second.
All right, all in favor? And I can donate pancake batter.
Okay.
Yeah, is there anybody here that would also like to donate towards the Hunter's breakfast while we're all right here? Look at the hands. Awesome. Right behind you. Did I see a hand over here? Somebody else want to donate to the breakfast? Just trying to help you.
Thank you.
No problem. Anyone at home? Becky's it, right there.
Farm fresh eggs.
Farm fresh eggs, ooh. Okay,
no chicks?
what's that?
No chicks in them?
Make sure there's no, they're not half ready. Okay, calendar reminders. We have the upcoming appeals board meeting on 10/16. Now, that's also the same night as the, as hunter safety.
They'll go in,
They'll go in here.
and if it's okay,
They'll be in the kitchen.
I don't know what time the hunter safety.
6 to 8.
8?
6 to 8. I think.
Oh,
6 to
6
8.
Or they can in the office, doesn't matter.
Great. Lee?
Are they meeting because there's been an appeal?
You're meeting to designate someone to serve on the comprehensive plan review committee.
Okay.
Excellent. All right, road committee is meeting on the 17th at 6. The community action grant workshop will be next week at 7:30 after the road meeting. And we would love everyone to
What is
attend.
that?
So there are some community action grants available, like when we got our solar and our heat pumps. And so there's some more funds, and basically we need to get together, come up with some priorities. So we'll meet and hopefully come up with some good priorities and look at what funding is available and go from there. But we meet at 6:30 for roads anyway, so that was just a continuation.
Okay. No, 6 is roads.
Does
Yes,
this action committee include like FEMA grants too that projected down the line or go through a different course for that? Okay.
no, this is the stuff that's. Okay,
I was going to say, the outline is a whole list of kind of projects that would be approved to be for these grants.
yep, and I sat in so that Leanne on the
Yeah, we have.
Zoom call, but we got the list and everything too. All right, and solid waste meets next week, as Kate mentioned. There we go, at 6:30 on 10/23. Unfinished business community action grants. Da-da-da.
So I emailed Claire, I haven't heard back. She finally answered and asked if she could come to a meeting, and I said we were meeting tonight, but I never heard anything. So I haven't advertised for the meeting next week, because I didn't know if it was so long, but I can. I mean,
Yeah.
I know what we have to do. We have to update our self-evaluation, we have to update our list of community actions. I think we have all the information from last time.
We should have all that, yeah.
So I will advertise and ask people to attend.
Yeah, like 7:30 to 8:30,
Okay.
immediately following our quick roads meeting. And do you want to call Claire again? You want me to see, I mean, their office is still in Norway, I can even go over.
I must have her phone number somewhere.
I'm sure I can.
Yes, Lee?
Can we go back to ACO report?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm sitting here with my phone here, I just made contact with this boat owning person and guy, and what he said was, the boat was rescued and arrived here early in September, he doesn't trust people in this place. They called him in control, and he's actively trying to catch it, but he was kind of not knowing what he could do. I just offered to loan him some cattle panels so that maybe he can catch it. Anyway, I just thought you'd want to hear about that.
Awesome, thank you very much. Great,
Fellow farmers.
perfect. Yes, Kathleen?
You said the road committee was the same night as the community action, but it's not. One's the 17th, one's the 22nd.
No, I thought I had said that the appeals was the same.
Oh, so. No?
That's the Selectmen
22nd,
meeting.
that's the only thing, it's the 22nd.
Selectmen meeting.
Right, the 22nd Selectmen meeting, it's specific to roads next week, next Tuesday.
It says here, community action grant workshop.
And then at the end of that,
Oh, so that's a select board meeting, not a
Yeah.
road committee meeting.
but that's what we do, that select board meeting.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
what I misunderstood.
And then make a-
So that'll be 6:30 to 7:30. 7:30 we'll start our community assessment.
Lights on.
All right. So next, for new business, the Selectmen meeting date right now is set up for election day, which will not work. So do we want to move it to Thursday that week, or do you want to move it to the following Tuesday? Ladies? I don't know Thursday.
Following Tuesday.
Okay,
Just do the
we'll do the following Tuesday,
Okay.
because we're at AvCog the next day too. It's gonna be a
Oh,
busy
okay,
week.
yeah. What's that date?
12th. So a regular meeting on the 12th.
Yeah. Okay. So the next item is letter requesting signage at the intersection of 219 and 140. And for those of you that may not know, there was another accident up here on Tuesday of last week at the intersection by Bims and 140. And so there's been many accidents over the years, many. And so Leanne has kind of drafted,
Nope, I was talking, Tammy called me up last night.
Yeah.
And she said that we didn't have to write a draft letter. That the state, I guess, has finally come to, and they're gonna put up a solar lighted stop sign
oh, great, the one that flashes at you?
for now. And they said they will keep track of what happens after that. And if things still keep going, automobiles still
Keep going.
keep going through the stop sign, then they'll study it even further and see what they can do.
Richard, you had a comment you'd like to make about the stop sign?
Well, the way those roads come together, and as blind as they are, as it is looking, coming on 219, looking either left or right, my opinion is there should be a red light there. Red light, well, you know, how a red light works.
Yeah.
That might happen if
But
the,
I think it should be a red light there, otherwise you might have more accidents there. I don't care if you put a stop sign up, people ignore stop
Yeah.
signs.
that might happen if the solar lighted stop sign doesn't work.
What's that?
The state's gonna do a solar lit stop sign, so it's gonna flash at you as you come towards the stop sign.
Well,
Well, that's their first step. And then if they decide that doesn't work, if we have more accidents, then
They put a stop sign.
it's gonna be
They put a
incremental.
Stop sign ahead of the stop sign, say stop sign.
So
They
there
got two.
are, there's
They got
two.
on the road.
Yeah,
they put a stop sign up, they put a red light up to Canton, I mean, a light up to Canton.
Yeah, I know, and I'm sure it wasn't always
And
there.
that road, and that road isn't as lit, as blind as this one is, but the rest, there's a lot more traffic.
What, fortunately, because of previous calls from, previous select board members,
We've been
Yeah.
on this for years.
and then Kathy, and I sent a message out to Tammy Schmerzel Burgess. Kathy talked to her already, and so to think that the state's already gonna do something is a shocker, but really great. So the first step is that flashing stop sign. And for those that haven't even noticed, as you come towards BIMS on 219, it says stop ahead on both sides. But you actually have to have your head up to see that.
but the stop sign by Vim's is like 20 feet that
To the
way.
right,
It's not near the road.
near his equipment.
Yeah.
So maybe we need a new spot when they put, the state puts a sign
I
up.
would say it should be closer to the road.
That's kind of what I said about the street signs too, because like Town Farm Road, both of the street signs were up into the street, so when you're going down the road, you can't see them. I mean, the reflections on them are supposed to be so at night you can see, oh, that's Town Farm Road, but.
I think the hardest part is they put it out there and
You can't see
people,
it.
especially on those roads where you get the high snowbanks and they can get clipped, that they kind of work their way back so that the sign will be safe away from traffic. But that also means the sign is away from traffic. But we'll try this, okay, and see how it goes. Any other, oh, Richard, yes.
Well, as somebody mentioned, Town Farm Road, if you're coming up and want to turn on, whatever road it is, and you want to turn on to Town Farm Road, I don't know, I think it would be good to have a street light there, so you can see the road. I don't think there is. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's a street light there.
At the far
And that
end,
road is black, you can't see it.
You mean a regular street light?
Is there a street light?
I don't think you need a street light, I think.
Well,
you
maybe
just
there is.
need
I didn't-
direction.
I don't drive up there at that, after that, so maybe there
Is
is.
this at the end of Tucker Road? Is that what you're talking,
I
or
think you
way up?
on McGrag Hill.
I'm talking about if you're gonna come up and wanna turn, if you're coming up 140.
Oh,
and wanna
okay.
turn up onto one.
You're right, there's no
the
light
Town
there.
Farm Road.
Yeah.
After that, I think it's black, I don't think
I
there's a
think there's
light
one
there.
on the
I
other
could
side
be
down by
wrong.
the old Russell's garage, but I don't
If
think
there
there's
isn't a
one.
light there could be a light there, so that people can see where the road is.
Oh, you need a street light.
Yeah.
We have 45 miles of road that aren't lighted.
I don't think that'd be up to us, would it?
It's a state road.
Yeah, I know,
But we could, you know, it's something our road committee can discuss and notify the state that this would be something we, would love to see if they're adding those.
Well,
'Cause that is a
if
tough
there's no light
intersection.
there, I think
Yeah.
it could be.
All righty. What's next? So we don't need to do a letter, is what Tammy says.
Great.
Great.
I already sent one up for myself, but they'll give them.
So my recommendation, Sue?
Hi.
So back when they did the windmills, about 8, 10 years ago, they took down all the stop signs. Well, you put a note in the state to recheck them. Remember, it took all that out of the ground, moving the windmills around sharp turns?
Oh, yep.
That's why them signs were all messed up. That's why they're
You're
not.
probably right.
Yeah, so if you want to get the state or tape ready to come back, it might be a little better.
Huh. Those things are hard to move. I've seen them shut down traffic in
They
Farmington.
did, they came right down to.
219.
All right, new business, road repair. Which road repair is that?
I don't know, I just put it on there just in case there's something. And we have a few complaints out there. I
Oh,
thought-
this is for Mahoney, thank you. Is it? So one of your assignment last week was to get a quote from D&D to fix the Mahoney area?
Right.
Where the culvert is?
Right. So D&D had given an equatable estimate to Buckfield for $25,000, replace the culvert, and he said, I wouldn't do
He went
that.
up and looked at it?
Yes,
Okay, and this is what he recommended.
yes.
So it's his excavator, riprap and large retaining rocks, trucking labor, and filter fabric, that's a great idea. And the total is $2,075.
For everything?
Yep.
Not the culvert.
No, he's
No
saying the
culvert.
culvert's all right for right now. Went up and
He's
inspected.
gonna-
We did.
Yep.
Is it metal or plastic?
Right now, the culvert's, it's
The old metal one.
the old metal one. It says this estimates for maintenance, the Mahoney Road culvert inlet. I have a 10-hour minimum for moving the excavator on the job site. I do not think a water bar across the road is sustainable. This is just maintenance issue that may need to be addressed occasionally. Although he aims for this to be a permanent fix.
He's available between the 22nd and the 30th.
Of October? Fantastic. I make a motion, we let him do it.
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
You get some,
Okay. Will you notify him? Great. Thank you for following up on that.
your question, Al?
Oh, I think it's a good idea to get it done.
Well, thrilled that he can
You
do
know, I
it.
thought about the fabric, I asked you guys last time, remember Kathy, I asked you about the fabric put in there? And it does, I mean, Ben put it over his dam.
We're gonna need a
steel,
contract.
He swears by it. Remember his pond used to wash out all the time?
Who swears by it?
Ben put fabric, he had a dam on his field. When the water would get too high, it would always wash the dirt out, but once he put the fabric over the dam to stop it, he swears by the fabric stopping the road.
That's part of their solution too, so that's great.
All right, thank you.
Leanne, did you have something? I know they're gonna need a contract, they're gonna need
Yeah,
insurance.
I was just thinking, when it said it needed a longer culvert, right?
So
Is
D&D
this
went out and
it?
inspected and said that, the culvert looked like it was going to be okay. They're gonna put in riprap, so they're gonna kind of dig in and put the banks back where they were and filter fabric and,
I don't even know if the length of that culvert.
no, I think the hardest part is it's so boggy in there. It's like, pudding in the springtime. And I feel like with all the water that comes up and then you drive over it, it's like the whole road moves and it spreads. And it's
whoosh.
right, it whooshes and,
What, you guys know, I don't know exactly what part of the road you're talking about. 'Cause
Mahoney.
Look at a real gravel like that, stiffen it up. I
well,
don't know exactly.
I got to do something to move the water away from it. Because it's-
Oh, 'cause he wants to keep.
But I think it's just gonna keep going, because it gets all mushy and it's just gonna keep spreading.
The
So,
only way you're gonna stop it is either you dig it all out or you put gravel and you keep backing it down in. It's harder and harder.
well, D&D thinks they have a good solution for right at that section,
Right,
so.
let's get that done so nobody goes in.
Right, the whole priority is this is an emergency. It looks pretty bad. I couldn't find the cones that we ordered a couple of years ago. I have not asked Ben. They weren't down in the town garage, but, Saturday I was fielding calls regarding trees over the road and I sent a message off to Ben, but I forgot to ask about the cones because he was like, we're on it. We're gonna go get that tree off Gurney. So
I
that was,
think he has them, because he mentioned putting some out somewhere, so.
Yeah, I think
They're on Town Farm Road,
they're on
Think he
town
has-
farm. Okay.
one by his field and one by where he's working on right now.
And
Yes, Em?
Which cones are you looking for? The ones that say town of Hartford?
Yeah,
Yeah, we got them up at the barn and a couple on the truck. I can bring them down tomorrow.
that would be awesome. We just want to put them on Mahoney Road where there's a
Where
huge
the
drop.
culvert is,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where it is.
So I put out the other day, I found it down in the town garage. It's like a orange and silver caution. It's long.
sign.
So I took that down and pounded that in down there just to put it, so the people driving on that side of the road, it's pretty bright, especially at nighttime. So hopefully it will keep people away till I can find the cones. So Em, if you would do that, that'd be great. I appreciate that. And we are really sorry about that stop sign that you keep replacing and they keep taking, but you did
That
hear.
was yeah.
Yep. Well, I just driven through there on Saturday and put that sign up and then it was daylight, so I wanted to get a picture at night. So I just went down that road. So I wanted to see if it was really visible because I didn't want anyone to go in that ditch. So I took a picture and it was wicked bright with the light. So then I drove to the very end of Mahoney
Gone.
and it was gone. I'm like, it was just here. It
Yeah,
was
the
just
roads-
there.
Rose messaged
The new
me
stop
and
sign
told me
that Em just put out.
Yeah.
But Kathy said she found it,
In the woods.
Yeah, we're
in the
gonna-
woods. but you didn't find the other two.
Oh, you need to look hard.
Right, we didn't look hard enough. So, you've got that sign or you left it up there?
I left it at the end of the road.
Okay. Emily, when do you think you guys are gonna be able to put it up again? So sorry.
I have no idea, honestly. My car blew a fuel pump, so I haven't been to work yet.
Totally get it. Rusty's just did the same thing. Actually, his was the water pump.
I told them about it today.
Okay. Yes, Leanne?
Just, Dakin Lane, I thought the.
Oh, Dakin Lane, yes.
I thought the complainant was gonna be here, but he's not, I'm not sure what to do about that.
Okay. So we did get out and look at Dakin Lane. I don't know if Bim had a chance to, but I saw that when Hood went out to cut the trees, that his tractor sunk quite a bit in that soft sand on the side. So I don't know if we can get a plan to get that road shored back up before somebody gets sucked down into the side, but
Is
You
that
might
near
you
the,
might be able to get D&D excavation, put some cross gravel in there.
you gotta get something.
It's right close by.
We don't want Emily out there plowing and sinking down in there either.
I don't do that, but I do summer.
Oh, you do some of that?
They got the gravel, they got the gravel. They're close. It'd be a quick fix.
we don't want to give all his jobs away.
No, I'm just talking about that.
They're not his jobs.
What?
He's the road commissioner and McNeil Farms are two separate.
No, we're gonna get close gravel, so that's what I'm saying, it's right in Buckfield.
Right.
You gotta go way out to get gravel. Just saying, I mean, you'll save town money. I'm not looking to get rid of jobs, I'm just trying to save the town money.
Where do we get our gravel now? Where does Bim get his gravel? Is that out of Canton?
No, we get it right down in David's Pit, down there on Gamma Road.
On Gammon Road?
That's not really crushed, though, that's just screened.
No, they use the crusher.
Yeah, you
But they
crushes
don't
it.
get crushed so small, right? I mean, they don't really crush.
It's crushed gravel.
You don't want too big.
Yeah, it's close to it, if it goes through the screen, then it's round, it's not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, get it wherever you
But
want.
it's wicked, right now it's really smushy and
Right.
we're gonna need to do something before.
Anytime you put
Let's
something
love it
there,
sand.
You need rocks that'll fit together like a puzzle.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. Hiya.
And if we don't get our gravel from David's Pit, we can always go down.
All right, I can't hear, guys.
Sidebar conversations. Hey, can we hold the sidebars down for a second? Kathleen? Yes, Emily.
If we don't get our gravel from David's Pit, for normal, we can always go down to PDAX and get crushed gravel down there too.
Okay. So do you want to ask Bim if he has time to work on Dakin Road?
No, that's,
And if you can ask him soon, then we can get D&D to look at it too.
Yep.
Because it needs to be fixed.
Yep.
We got, I think, 5 families that live down there.
Yep.
So, not
where is
people
it?
that
Is
just
that
live there on the
is it up
weekends.
before you get to the turnaround?
It's leading into the turnaround and part of the turnaround, but you can,
Yeah.
you can see where the,
Yep.
where hoods went, like, I
Yeah.
felt really bad.
All right,
At least we didn't have to haul them out, so.
okay.
Okay, appointments and resignations, Emergency Management Director resignation and Health Officer resignation, which are both Dan and Rochelle. So we're gonna need to, get someone to do either both those jobs or 2 people to do each one of those jobs.
Are you making a motion to accept these?
I would like to make a motion with regret to accept in La Rochelle's resignations. But I will need a second.
I second.
Okay, all in favor? I know, with regret. Okay. And on the ordinance committee, we got a resignation letter from our alternate, Jane Quint. And I believe the intent is to put her in the new position that has been vacated, right? Excellent. So I'd like to make a motion to accept Jane Quint's resignation from alternate on the ordinance committee. You second it, all in favor? All righty. All right, comprehensive plan committee, we're gonna send out an email to find out what everybody has chosen to do on their committees, respective committees, who they're sending forward or whether no one is coming, and then we can make other arrangements. So, but I think there's only 1 or 2 committees that still have to meet, but we don't have a list yet. Have people emailed you? Yeah, okay, I'll do an email out to committees.
Sue,
Yes,
were you going to essentially then make a Quint a full member of? the-
yes, yep,
Does that require a separate action?
it does. So I should probably do that next.
Because she's an appointment, did she fill out her thing?
She did, yeah. All right, so I would like to appoint Jane Quint to fill the position that was vacated on the ordinance committee. I need a second.
I second.
All right, all in favor? Terrific. And she already filled out her form. All right, ballot clerk appointment. Do we read everyone that wanted to do it
No,
before?
a new one that says you said Shawnee Gammon.
All right, so do we need to nominate her?
Yes.
I would like to nominate she's not in here, Charmaine Gammon to being a ballot clerk. Is there a second? Great, all in favor? Terrific. Welcome, Charmaine, if you're watching at home.
Anybody else want to be a ballot clerk?
Go figures.
I'm not allowed to be, right? I already voted though.
Me too.
Nice. Town clerk was very helpful, thank
And
you.
how many ballot clerks do you need?
Well, a lot of them go on vacation in November and, or don't want to work certain hours, so the more the better to choose from. Or don't answer me when I email them or call.
Is that something we want to put a note out on?
I did.
You did?
Yes, I would if I could.
Yeah, me too, we have one down. Okay, next is training, AvCog Training Day, which is Wednesday, November 6th, the day after the election. Kathy and I are going, and maybe this Kathy too. It's a planning day that AvCog does every year,
Twice a year,
twice a year.
April and November.
So, very cool. We've got all the information. And I am happy to pay, it is a $35 fee, and I'm happy to pay mine, because I know we've already gone over our training budget, correct?
Yeah, I can pay mine too.
See? And excellent.
I'm pretty sure that the appointed representative goes for free.
Great. That would be you. Awesome. Thank you, Lee.
So you gonna sign up yourself?
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow for all of us.
Mhm.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Great.
So whenever we get planning board and appeals workshops, I just send them out to the appeals board and planning board. But last time I did it, or the last couple of times, I didn't make it clear that they needed permission first.
Okay.
So someone attended, but it's my fault, because I didn't tell them they needed permission first, so.
We
did
need
get a
to
bill.
cover that.
We did get a bill for it.
Okay. How much was that?
70, I think. But it's totally my fault.
Well, can't be perfect every day. You can get things wrong on a occasional basis, for sure.
Yeah, $70.
$70. Do we need to authorize that?
If you don't mind.
No. So I would like to make a motion to authorize a $70 training payment that came from the planning board. Yes, planning board? All right, all in favor? Great. Now, that doesn't mean you get to take a trip to Tahiti, Peggy. There's no training down there that I'm not going on first.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
We'll see about
He's been trained, it's been used.
You guys want a wire? I just have one that came in.
Oh, yeah. I can use that to fill out our stuff tomorrow. And I'll just put it on my credit card and pay me.
Yep.
Because hers is free.
Yep.
Let me make copies of this for you, each of us.
Sure.
Great, but I'll sign this all up. Everybody got that? Okay, I'll do that tomorrow.
I think the same information's on my.
Yeah, it's in here too. This one.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, review correspondence.
All I had was, the floodplain stuff, so it sounds like Scott did a lot of work, and maybe Peggy too.
Yeah, and they're asking that we update our ordinance. Scott made some
Floodplain
recommendations.
ordinance. I think we just used the state template, I think.
You look at me,
Weren't you involved with this too?
what are you talking about? Flood something?
Maybe not.
Flood something?
Floodplain.
Right, so we received a letter from the State of Maine Agricultural Conservation and Forestry Group. And basically, Hartford's current floodplain management ordinance is dated June 11, 2009, and it's consistent with the National Flood Program regulations and state standards. Scott Mills requested a new ordinance, which will be sent to him. The updated ordinance has been customized using the town's current ordinance and input from your CEO as a guide. Please review the ordinance carefully and be sure to notify this office before any revisions are made to this document to ensure that the ordinance remains compliant with the state and federal regulations. Also sent will be an instruction sheet that explains the adoption process and the floodplain management ordinance update sheets that show the changes that have taken place in the program since the town's last ordinance was adopted, which I think I mentioned was in 2009.
Sorry, I thought I saw your name in the email or
No,
something.
no, I actually had asked Scott something about floodplains, but I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah. So it just says, once adopted, please send an electronic copy of the complete clerk certified new ordinance, but this will still have to go town meeting and through ordinance committee. Yes.
So if you need an ordinance before June, can't you have a special town meeting to do that?
We can. I don't know if we really have to have this done before June.
Oh, I have no idea,
Yep.
by the way,
No, he just had some suggestions, and so I'll make copies of this and get it off to Daryl. I'll scan it over so you have it. And
Well, we don't
yes.
have the ordinance yet.
Oh, I thought he said it was attached with the recommendations.
Well, we don't, he says he's going to send the ordinance to.
Oh, here it is. Enclosures to be sent to CEO, floodplain management requirements, custom model ordinance, ordinance update sheets, adoption instructions.
Is that an email you can forward to me?
It's actually a letter, but I can,
Okay.
I'm gonna scan
The
it.
reason I'm asking is because we're trying to get our processes straight about the finding the fact we do the permits in the shoreline zone. And we're supposed to say that it won't influence floods. And so I was trying to find an actual flood map for Hartford, other than what I know they have one in the town office. And it seemed bigger than I remembered, so that's why I was wondering about it, how much it might affect the shoreline zone.
I know when I refinanced my mortgage, they made me jump through hoops with surveyors that are specialized in floodplain management around Bear Pond because the codes had changed statewide. So I had
As
to
far
like,
as I remember, around Bear Pond, a lot of it's just right, very much at the edge. So that's why I wanted to look at the floodplain.
Yeah.
Because what I saw online seemed to be larger than I recall from seeing previously.
well, they definitely had expanded it, but because of the new dam and everything.
Okay, all right.
I was able to prove that my little cottage up on the hillside would never flood
Right.
unless, a glacier.
Well, that's
Fell in the
the
middle.
conflict is that we, as the planning board, we go through this list, but we don't have any criteria to evaluate each thing on the list. And that's why I'm trying to come up with a format to do it in the.
Yeah,
and make
well, it
it-
sounds like Scott's jumped in and asked for some information and updated ordinance, which is awesome.
We have all the old stuff, like it has all the maps and everything.
Awesome. Well, it looks like they're gonna send us about 300 pages of documentation. Daryl, sorry,
That's
and Scott. I'm sure it'll be riveting bedtime reading. Okay, is that the only correspondence we have pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to follow up with that road complaint. Are you going to let Bim know and have him tend to it?
Yes.
Okay, that would be great. Because that looks pretty gnarly.
That you're talking about that one?
Right.
So that's not,
Not affiliated at all.
okay.
That's at the crossroads.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, agenda items for next meeting?
Regular meeting, which is the 12th, right?
Yep. Richard, would you like, do you have an idea for the next meeting?
Well, maybe I should have held this, waited for open session. But before you come back to me and, with the obvious, I can hear a crow call from a tree from half a mile away. I cannot hear even half of what you people say up there, even when I'm sitting here, and I know that on YouTube it's worse. And I'll bet if you ask this audience, how many of them can hear half of what you said? Now, what you need, and what the school board has, you need microphones. You need 4 up there and 1 for the audience. And you should, you should buy them, and they can't cost that much, especially with the money that's going already. They can't cost that much, and you need 4 microphones, especially Leanne, you can't hear a damn word she says. Sure. And you need 4 microphones up there and 1 out here. And that's why I brought it up, so that you can bring it up on the next agenda.
That's a great idea. Thank you, Richard.
Well, it's not the first
No, that's
time I
okay.
mentioned it.
Yep. I think Daryl has something about that too, or do you have a new agenda item that you would like?
to second what Richard said. I didn't hear any of what you said.
I can
hear you.
The acoustics in here is very.
The acoustics are terrible. I can hear Susan fairly well.
I have an idea.
I can hear Kathy Lowe some. I can't hear a damn word Kathy Landry says. And I certainly can't hear what Leanne.
Yes, Leanne.
I think we should meet in the town office like we used to.
Yeah.
Well, the acoustics are better, but you're getting enough people here that you've got quite a crowd in the town office. Maybe you could. In any case, even if you move over there, I think you need to get 5 microphones.
We'll talk about it at the next agenda. Great idea. Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome.
All right, like a Dakin Road update for the next,
This one?
and then we're gonna, yep,
This one,
I'd like to talk about the all that road work for the roads committee.
and was that?
at the next meeting, Tuesday. Yeah, but we're talking.
I can't hear you.
Touche. I would like to.
At the roads meeting next week, she wants to talk about bundling some projects and getting them moving forward.
Well, the roads committee had recommended that road work be done, and its time is going on, so I think we should figure out what we're gonna do with those jobs that they had recommended for those road repairs.
Okay,
But meanwhile, you might get to them.
right? Okay,
Size of road.
and at the next agenda, next regular board, we're gonna need to talk about the community action grants, right? Because we would have already met and done our little spiel, or you think it's too soon?
I still gotta find out how many meetings we should have, any public hearings,
Gotcha.
I'll call her tomorrow. We do it perfectly right.
Didn't they change the name of their group? Hey Lee, did they change the name of their group from the original Community Resiliency,
No.
CEBE, it's still them? I was thinking I saw a,
CEP.
I think she changed her last name, she got married or something.
Oh, I don't know that.
no, but I was thinking that they changed their name or merged with another group, that's all.
There's another group willing to help, some college
Yeah.
students.
Cool,
But we have to sign up, to get on the list.
right, well, let's talk to Claire and find out, are they involved with that college group too?
No.
Okay. The college group came to us via email?
Yeah, I don't think they have her phone number, I have an email.
Okay. I know their office is in Norway, so if you can't reach her up, go down, maybe even tomorrow. Okay, and open session, does anyone have anything for open session today? Yes, David?
Just for clarity, we talked about the Mahoney culvert where you put your excellent reflective sign up.
Yeah.
Is there 2 issues there then? One is the Bank of Road erosion. And then you also said there's a
Wash
self-paving issue where the road is squishy too in the spring. or whatever?
It's because it's a lot of water. It's very marshy in there.
No.
Water
So
coming
we got-
down from the
We got
mountain.
2 issues in that exact location. Because we have a road committee,
I think the soft is further down, isn't it?
There's a couple of places that it seems to be near the culverts. If it snows or rains, it's like you swoosh
Right.
through it.
It's like driving through pudding.
Mhm.
so, okay.
So but maybe it's a field trip for the road committee. Okay,
We'll go look at it after he gets done doing what we gotta do, and see
Yep.
if we need some gravel over it.
great. After we, D&D get on it. Great. If we have nothing else, I would love to send everybody home. I'm so happy to have everyone here. We appreciate your input and being here, and we will see you same time next Tuesday. Thank you so much for coming. Great idea. Great idea. Oh, meeting adjourned.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Kathleen, thank you so much. This is very nice. Wow. Reminds me when I was little. Reminds me when I was little because if I didn't put my name on something, my sisters would call and tell me someone was theirs. There's 5 guys, 3 boys. So, lovely. I think insurance. Hey Kathleen, Stephen? Kathleen? Kathleen? If I